Hello, this is Edo Ray from Bricksmaven, and this is part 34 of developing a one-page wellness spa website in Bricks. In the previous video, we looked at the second testimonial pattern. Actually, there's a third one, but we built it in the second pattern. You can go back to the previous video to actually see what I did. Initially, I was going to build the different versions here in different patterns, but I just decided to add it to one pattern, so you can just delete the other or turn it off or whatever. But we did create this component, so we have some extra components that you can find that will be available in this remote template of this project. Okay, so now in this video, we're going to look at the third one. This is officially the third testimonial pattern, and we're going to create this component first. And once we create this, we'll literally just add it to this pattern, and we're basically done. So let's just jump right in and start immediately. So first of all, I'm going to create a new pattern. Oh wait, like I said before in the previous video, I already created it, so I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to drag in the testimonial pattern that we need for this one, which is I'll have to just search it real quick. It's a 3-column layout. Scrolling down, make sure I don't overlook it. It's right here. So this one, I'm going to just bring it in, and I will first of all take the title already, and I will just delete this. We don't need that. Save it. And now that it's saved, I'll basically just copy this card, because this is what we're going to turn into a component. And I'll go out of this. We'll come here later. You know what? Let me just keep it open. I'll create a new template and say this is component testimonial card 4. This is the fourth. Yeah, this is the fourth testimonial card, and this is a component, and it belongs to the card template bundle. And we're going to publish this, and I'm going to open it up. Okay, and here I'm going to just paste that card. Here we go. And if you look at our design, you will notice that we don't have a description, but I'm going to keep the description in because I'm going to hide it. Yeah, so we basically have we can immediately turn this into a component if we wanted to, which we're also going to do because that's the goal of this. So I'll just say this is testimonial card 4. Save that. Everything is actually the way it should be, and I'll just immediately turn this into a component. So this belongs to the card group, and let me check again. It has to be, oh, I do need to do some styling though because it's white, so I will make the background white. So BG body, and there's nothing else I need to change here so far as I can see. I think I'll add some like other effects to it, maybe just to make it more interesting because it's so dull. But first, let's just add all the props, etc. And then I will look at adding a box shadow. I think once you hover over the card, there'll be a box shadow, and maybe we can do something with translate. But let's see. So here I will go to the content. Okay, I have content, media, and I have a basic text. So like I said, once I add the props, I'm thinking of maybe having different variants where like the text will sit on top, you know. So I might make a change here where I merge these two in a group so that we can play with the flex directions here. So we could basically make this, instead of now it's centered and it's stacked, it could also be in line, so we can have different layouts and formations, right? So I'm going to do that really quickly, very fast, so that we don't waste any time. So this would just be, what should I call this? I've totally no idea what to call this. I'll just say like this is a just say user data or something. It's always hard coming up with names. Okay, so this, I'm gonna copy this and say this, actually that's profile. Wait a minute. I think I overlooked something. It already had, I'm gonna remove this. It already had a wrapper. No, only delete this one. Ah, okay. I didn't see the profile wrapper. I thought this was the parent, but this is the parent. The card is the parent. Okay, we don't need to do that. Okay, that saves some time. Okay, let me just start adding the props immediately. Let's see here. Obviously, we need to add a name. Just say this is name. And I'm not gonna add groups now. I don't think it's necessary. This will be description. Or this could be, yeah, title or description. Add that here. And for our image, we need to use the avatar. And I'm gonna use this images here. So pick this one, create, and this should be set to, everything's already set. Okay, this should be set to 1. And okay, everything here is good. And obviously this should be the review. So we're gonna just add this prop. This is a review text. Default create review text. Okay, so maybe there's stuff that I want to hide. So I might want to hide the description. So I'm going to create this toggle. So toggle, I'll call it title. It's actually description. So toggle, yeah, toggle title is okay. And it should be set to false. Now we connect it. And we also want to hide image. So going here, this should be toggle avatar. Also set to false. Okay, like that. So now we can hide our avatar, we can hide a description, which is a good thing. But we always want to have a name and the review. So those should always be present. No need to remove those. Okay, so let's see. Let me just go back here and see what we have here. We can change the name. Yes, it works. We can change our title. It works. We can change the review text. It works. And we can hide our title. And we can hide our avatar. But as you can see, it's not hiding the media. So, or is it? Wait, did I overlook that? Okay, so I need to change this. I need to put it on the media. So this should be hide avatar, and I'll remove it here. Or else it will have that, it will keep the space of the media, and we don't want that. Okay, that's better. And one more check. Okay, now it's gone. Okay, so this is what we want. Okay, one last thing. I want to create variants. So this is, let's say this is stacked centered. I want to give it some nice descriptive names. And this, the one I want to create is stacked centered reverse. Yeah, so I'm gonna reverse it. So this is the next, this is the one of the variants. Let me see, I'm gonna just do this right here. So I'm gonna set the review. Yeah, this has to be set to the order to -1. So this is what you get. And once you reverse it, yeah, okay, we save it, you reverse it, but then you would want to, so this is reverse, but then you would want to like hide the avatar because it just looks better this way. Or what we can do is on the reverse, you might also want to have an option where you have the avatar being shown, but this is obviously the best option because it's centered, it just looks better. Or you might want to have the image next to the content or the user data here, which I'll have to create. Like I said, I really like creating different variants, if I must say. So let me think of another one that I can create. So this is stack reverse. So I would have to have another one that is stacked, but then left aligned. Yeah. So let's do this one where it's a left aligned. Let me see what's the default. Okay, so instead of this is centered, and on the content, on the profile is set to center. So I'm gonna set it to left aligned, and on the content I will also, I think this is the, why is it centered? Wait, I'm trying to see if I added anything here. Nope. Okay. So is it okay? Okay, let's try this. Okay, so it's centered now, and maybe here is where I want to, on the profile, I want to, instead of this being stacked, I'm going to set it to row, right? And I'm going to also add some spacing to it. And it can be, instead of start, it can be center, and then you get this. Meaning, if we go back now, we get this, and if we do stack left aligned, we get this. So it's just a different way of positioning it. Like I said, here you would have to just remove the avatar because that doesn't look that good. And obviously you could opt here to also set it to row, so you get this but then centered. Could have done that. Oh, you know what I will do? I will make another version. This is the cool thing about variants. You can make as much as you want, but obviously you don't want to make too much because you still have to have, you have to have some overview. So instead of changing the current centered reverse, I'm going to make one that is reverse, and then like I'm going to call it centered reverse alt, just like an alternative. They say alt, okay. And then here, I'm going to do the same thing like I did. I'm going to set this to row, right? I'm going to set this to the width to auto because it's set to 100%. Okay. I don't see anything happening. Content. Oh, my bad. It's already set to auto. But then why is it showing me in 100%? Wait, let me center this. Okay, like that. Okay. And on the content, I'm going to set this to start. Add the class here, the variable here again. Oh, wait, that's the wrong. I'm supposed to set it on the profile. Okay. And now this should be centered, of course. And now we're going to set the review to order -1. And this one is done. So let me see. Yep, see, now it's a different orientation. This one is left aligned. This one is reversed. I would always advise to remove that image. And this one is centered. Or what I could do is already, no, I'll just leave it the way it is. So we have all this choice. Okay, we're basically done. I don't think I forgot anything. I think everything can be changed now. So we can basically move on to our pattern. Okay, so we're back here. I'm going to just refresh. And once we refresh, we can actually start working. I'm going to just collapse everything. And I'm going to remove these because we don't need them. And you can already see that I'm going to literally just place in the component. And all I need to do is add in the content and we're basically done. So testimonial 4, there we go. And I need to duplicate this 6 times. Okay. And then I'm going to start adding the color. So this is secondary. Our heading here has to be tweaked. So I'm going to add another class to our heading. So I can just add the color directly. This is testimonial heading. And the color should be white. Oh, sorry, that is a background. That's the wrong styling, wrong property. Okay, so it's white. So let's look at our design. Okay. I forgot to add the hovers, which I will do. I'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to add the content. So I'm going to skip ahead and then we'll come back and continue. Okay, so I've added all the content into it, and I also increased the spacing of the card so that it breathes a little bit more because it felt a little bit cramped. And I also turned off the titles in every card. So as you can see, this is actually the end result. So if I go back here and here, maybe we can make some small tweaks like the text. The text size seems too large, so it's even I put it on the H4, it could be H5, so small like that. The design. Okay, so now that that is done, there's one more thing I need to do, like I said, is to actually add some I like some interactions just to bring our card alive. So I'm going to add a box shadow interaction and also maybe a translate too. So yeah, let's see. So this is transition. I'm going to add a box shadow 0.5, and I'm also going to add a let me see. So this is a transform 0.5. Oh, sorry. Okay. What am I doing, guys? I'm just making mistakes here. Comma. Okay. I think this should work. So let's continue. And now I'm going to say root hover. And here we're going to add our box shadow of our box shadow, and I think I'll go for Excel. And as for transform, we're gonna go for translate. I think in the I-axis, I'm gonna add also a variable here, space S, just a little bit, C. Okay, so the way I wanted to go opposite way, I wanted to go up. So I'm going to add a calc and a -1 times space XS. S was a little bit too aggressive. Yeah, just subtle. There you go. maybe a little bit more or less. Just very subtle. Maybe more, a little bit more or less. Just subtle. Just not too aggressive. Yeah, see? So I think this this works. Maybe the shadow is not that. Wait, let's bring it a bit down. Yeah, okay. I could also add like a slight change in the background, but okay, that's enough. That's enough. We just added something extra to it. We're basically done, right? So this is all. So we created a component here. We created the fourth testimonial card component. You can change the avatar. You can change the names, the text. It has different orientations. Wait, I didn't even play with that, right? So wait, let's just, before I close this video, let's see. So if I was to play with some stuff here, you could reverse it. See, you can left align it. There's one thing I need to do though. After looking at this, I need to center this. But let me showcase the last one, and of course we have the centered reverse alt, so you can do this too. So let me just center this, because yeah, so everything is beautifully in the center. But if I do that, you get some changes on the height. So I'll just leave it this way. Maybe maybe I should have added like an auto to push this down. Yeah, as you can see, there's still a lot of things that you can tweak here, but this is basically what I wanted to do. I just wanted to have different variations. So, which obviously makes the card more versatile. We can use it for different situations. But that was all I have for you in this video. Like, comment, and share. And let me know what you think. I'm going to show you what we're doing. The next one is pricing. So yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing. Actually, the pricing is not that, yeah, it's yeah, it's not that grand. So could probably do this in one video. So we have this one, and we have this one too. These are basically just patterns I have. So I didn't really do much. I forgot to design another section where we actually had I have the booking and the pricing in one section. I never created that one, so I might still do that, because obviously this is just the same, and I just want to have a lot more variations, right? So yeah, with that being said, pricing is next. Probably just knock that out in one video, and we will then move on to the next ones. So thanks for watching. Like I said, like, comment, share this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.